Hi and welcome to the channel. So as you could hear, I succeeded again. I created a composition using only one instrument. Well, 99% it was one instrument because that instrument do not have drum kits. I had to find another instrument or two to create the drum sequence. But before I get into that, I just want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel and hitting the thumbs up button. I really appreciate you, and that support means a lot for me because by doing that, subscribing to my channel and hitting the thumbs up button, it really helps out the channel with the YouTube algorithm. But yes, I'm quite happy. It was a difficult thing, the starting point of this composition, and just thinking that the restrictions, like you only have one instrument at your disposal, and you just have to find sounds and just compose a track with only one instrument. So let's go to the composition directly, and I already almost finished the track. It still remains bits and pieces that maybe I have to change, but overall this is the composition, and I really used mainly, as I told you, 99% the melted vibes. Now the melted vibes is a Kontakt Player based instrument, and it has pretty much everything that we want, like bass, guitar, keys, leads, orchestral instruments, sounds, organ, pad, plug sounds, and synth sounds, right? Now eventually it's true that like bass, we do not have a lot of bass sounds, but then as it was my first time or second time that I really opened this instrument, I didn't get into deep of this instrument. Like, as you can see it here, you have A and B part, so it's a sound that is composed. So it's made out of two basically sounds, A and B, and obviously you can change it or you can leave just only one. And then here I see that you have quite a lot of options that you can, do variations, and there are a lot of sounds, like even a bell sound, you can use it as a bass sound if you want. So it's quite complex, and then you have a sequencer section also. I didn't use it in the composition. So in the composition I really try to remain at the factory presets. I didn't want it to change the basic sounds, but I see that we have the options in Melted Vibes instrument. So let's get back to the composition, and let's just start by showing you how this composition actually was made briefly. Like, I started out with a bunch of sounds, trying to come up with a theme. And at first the inspiration, it just didn't came. I didn't know what to do, and I was just searching for sounds, for something that got inspired me. And finally what have inspired me was this instrument, and basically from factory preset it is sequenced. So it is this one. Now this sound, let me just show you something. So this sound, if I'm just touching the keyboard keys, it already has this sequence, arpeggiated, if you want. Right? And now the idea was to build up, to create a theme upon this sequence, because this is the factory preset sequence, right? But like this, I mean, you can use it. And this is the ARP Dreams from Melted Vibes. But I wanted to create a sequence, something that is speaking, is telling something, a story, right? So this is why I came up with this one. Right? So, or this one. Right? And so this started to be and became the main theme of the composition, right? Obviously, this one, once created, I wanted to immediately the bass. And the bass, where I was searching for the bass, and let me just do it like this. So the bass was a little bit tricky, but because, as I told you, there are not so many bass sounds. And like bass sounds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basic bass sounds, but in fact we can go into deep and just change here the sounds of the bass, like the A and B, and do different combinations, right? Or we have the filter section, cutoff, rotator, melt and whatnot, so we can modify again. So with this one, I used this bass, the 808, and what I wanted to do a little bit, I applied distortion, because this is basically how the bass sounds, right? This is the factory preset, right? This is really the factory preset. I applied dirt. Dirt is again a distortion effect from Native Instruments, right? Because let me just remind you, I'm trying really to use instruments that were offered in the complete 14 bundle that I have purchased. So I'm limiting myself, if you want, to use only things that were or are included in the complete 14 bundle from Native Instruments. So this is again a distortion from Native Instrument, and it's working fine. It's doing the job it has to do. So you see, it's already giving that distortion that changes everything. Like, listen with the theme, without distortion, and now with distortion. And I wanted to make it even dirtier, if there's a word like that. And I applied bite. It's again from Native Instruments, of course, and it's again a distortion that gives a little bit even more dirt sound. Like, listen, right? And I just love it how it combined with the main theme sounds really dirty. And after I had this, I wanted the rhythm. I wanted the drums. And again, with the drums, I used the opportunity to discover a new instrument, and this instrument also offered with a complete 14 bundle from Native Instruments is Empire Breaks. Empire Breaks. So what is cool about this is that me personally, in a composition, sometimes as I'm a media composer, sometimes I just don't have the time to come up with drum sequences, or for me, it's somehow wasting a time creating drum sequences, trying to come up with an idea, because I'm a keyboard player. But I can feel I like drums and rhythm, but it's much difficult for me to start to create from the bass. So finger drumming, I can do it, but it's not my strongest point. So that's why I'm trying to use instruments like this one, Empire Breaks, which are a great way to create the bass. Like, it has already sequence like this one. Let me just solo it. Right? So it has and what is nice, that these sequences you can just drag and drop. So, for example, I don't know, let's say this one, right? I can just drag and drop it in another drum sequence, right? And just to show you, so variation 4. Like, let me just show you what I'm talking about. So this is variation 4. Right? And it's cool, it's a basic drum one, but then I can drag and drop on a new MIDI instrument track where, for example, I have battery 4, and listen here, this one. But you get the idea, so let me just stop this one. And the idea was the drums, right? So listen, the drums from Empire Breaks. It's okay, right? But listen, I prefer this one. And this is coming from battery 4. And so these are the options that we can use, and this is what I have used. And this is how a rhythm from Empire Breaks, I just put it on in battery 4, right? And then I combined multiple drum sets. So this was one, then I came with the second one, right? And the third one here. And those three together is giving this. And of course we have then the hi-hats. Alright. And then, so the composition arrived at this stage where I had the main theme, the bass, and the drum sequence. then I thought to myself, let's try out, how about this main theme, right? Which is this one. How it sounds with one octave up. So here it is. It's the same theme, it's the same thing like the main theme, but with one octave up. And it sounded cool, but then I tried with the rhythm and the bass. It's not bad, but it was missing something. I just couldn't leave it, the theme, on the low part. So I combined the theme, the basic theme, and layered it with the second one, playing it one octave up. You see, it's different, right? Like this. So this is the basic tone, and then just going up. It's not the same thing. You're missing something. So I just wanted both of them to play when it's time to go up. And then obviously I wanted to develop the composition, and I came with this part. Now this one, of course, melted vibes and chasing the bag. So chasing the bag is, so you have already the part sequence. So now it was only to find her place in the composition, right? So I had to find the place in the composition, and the place where it was. Let me just show you. So I felt really that it was following the story of the main theme. And then for further development, I came up with this idea, with this one. In the melted vibes, blunted pluck, so it's a pluck sound. Because what I tried to do is I was really searching for sounds, and I wanted to use from different sections, like trying to use guitar, but then guitar wasn't. I just couldn't find a sound that was enough pleasing. Then I told to myself keys, tried out the keys, but wasn't working. But then you see with the pluck sound, I found pluck sound, pad sound, and whatnot, and bass. So I try to use as much as I can melted vibes. So now if you listen at the beginning, it's pause. So I did it especially to work these two together, like. So you see, it's a response, it's an answer to, let's say, the question put by the first solo. The second one is answering, or is continuing. And it sounded like this together. a little bit even more as development, and I came up with this part. So this one is from Melted Vibes. It's Heaven Synth. So Heaven Synth is from the synth section. So we use for this composition bass, keys, pad, plug, and synth. So I think I overall used as much as I could from Melted Vibes. So this Heaven Synth is something that I really loved when I discovered, because just it really blends well with the theme. Like, listen here. So when we end a part of the climax, it just blends very good. It gives you another flow. Like, listen here. Course, for the end, I wanted something even bigger, and then so I used like a pad. The pad that I used, it is this one from Melted Vibes, the Chase. So this is a pad, and here you have the Chase. Where is the Chase? I don't know. The Chase. So it's another synth sound, and I used it as a factory preset, and I used it like something that I wanted, something that is coming from behind. Straightforward then. And so the second part here, so this is the third, when I want a third part, then the pad will do it will create the atmosphere. So like, so this is basically how I created this composition using only Melted Vibes and Battery 4 for the drum section, utilizing Empire breaks again from Native Instruments, Kontakt Player based instrument. I used one drum sequence that I drag and dropped into another channel where I have inserted the Battery 4, and was quite fun doing it. A little bit difficult at the beginning until I found it that sequence that I used as a main theme, and after that, well, it was quite fun developing the composition. So definitely you can create also a composition using just one instrument. In this case, for example, the Melted Vibes. As I told you, it has everything what you need for a composition, so it's just not a problem. I hope you have enjoyed this moment. Please tell me, what do you think about this composition? And I hope this was inspiring for you, and it will give you an idea, or maybe you got inspired and you will also create something special. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.